G'day all and welcome to Freo Faithful for the team announcements on the Thursday. We're back from the bye. It's been a bit of a quieter sort of past 14 days after the Suns game. We've had a week off and now we're back to watch the Fremantle Dockers play some football on Saturday night at Optus Stadium. The teams are in, and for the second time in 3 weeks, we are unchanged, which is more surprising than last time. I thought the Port Adelaide game we were unchanged. It made sense. This time, I mean, obviously we've just come off a very good win, but I was still expecting some changes. We'll get into chat in a second, but let's take a look at these changes. I'm not sure if you can see them. I hope you can see them. I'm not sure why that's not getting off my screen. Is that? Okay, that should be okay. There we go. All right, so the Roos have made one change. We've made nothing. So first of all, North Melbourne, Charlie Comben is out. Huge out. Charlie Comben's one of their best players. He's their main key back. Toby Pink's been playing some decent football in the last few weeks, but Charlie Comben's the guy down there. He's out injured. Callan Dawson replaces him. This is the Roos team. So it's Dawson, Pink, Logue. Welcome back. Hardiman, Daniel, McDonald, Stevens, Davies, Uniac, Simpkin, Powell, Larkey, McKercher, Curtis, Darling, Zerha, Cherry, Wardlaw, Sheasel, O'Sullivan, Fisher, Parker, Constanti, and Robert Hansen. It's not good. We've got to absolutely pump them. Last time we had expectation. I mean, we've had expectation for the past few weeks. We've always got expectation, really, but the last time I was this confident sort of going into a game was that Saints. I wouldn't say I was super confident going into the Saints game because that was always a banana peel. But the last time I looked at the team on paper and I thought we really should be smashing these guys, it was that game. We really should be doing a number on these guys. I'm not saying we will because historically we're really bad off the bye, but there's no excuse not to win this game. We simply have to. We're unchanged. It's Corey Wagner and Matty Johnson's 50th game. Great to see. Particularly Corey Wagner. Obviously, Matty Johnson, short period of time to get to 50, so well done to him. But Corey Wagner's at his third AFL club, and to make it to 50 probably seemed like a fever dream to him at a certain point in time. So congrats to Wags. Here's our team. Luke Ryan, Josh Draper, Brennan Cox, Heath Chapman, Corey Wagner, Jordan Clark, Jeremy Sharp, Shay Bolson, Matt Johnson, Michael Frederick, Sam Switkowski, Murphy Reed, Pat Voss, Josh Tracy, Jai Amos, Luke Jackson, Caleb Strong, Andy Brayshaw, Nat Fife, Sean Darcy, Bailey Banfield, Neil Erasmus, Carl Warner. Our emergencies are Dudley, Aish, and McDonald. I was not surprised, but I thought McDonald may have gone a gig over Draper. But I guess the coaching staff do like Draper down there. And Dudley, I'm surprised didn't come back in. That being said, I was sort of thinking what our team would be throughout the week, and I didn't really know where Dudley would fit. I mean, who do you take out? Dudley probably is the best 22 player. You've probably got to pick him, one of either him or Walters. But I don't know where he fits. You've probably got to take out a Fife or an Erasmus or a Banfield. You've got to take out an extra mirror, an extra forward. And it's hard to do when they're all performing. So I'm sure Dudley will be back in this team at some point, but he has been left out this week. We'll take a look at Dudley's been named the Peel line. I was looking at the Peel lineup before I went live, and it hadn't come up yet. Is it out now? Are the lineups out yet? They are not. Where are the lineups? So I have to go on the Waffle website. Waffle. I was trying to find the Peel lineup before I went live so we could discuss it. Peel play West Coast tomorrow. They are. Where's the Peel lineup? Peel Thunder lineup. Team selection. I can't find. Team selection not available. I don't know. Where's the Peel lineup at? Love that we're sticking that with Vossi. 100%. Well, especially with Jackson playing as an on-baller, it allows Vossi to just flourish deep in the forward line. So it's great to see him getting continuity. Why do we bother with Darcy when he plays only 60% of the game, never starts in the ruck? Surely Voss can cover the big man. Well, the reason we play Darcy is so that Jackson can be around the ball 100% of the time. Because I think it's clear to anyone with eyes that Jackson plays his best football around the ball, whether that's in the ruck or in the midfield. And if you're going with the Jackson-Voss combo, it doesn't really allow Jackson to do that. It's basically Jackson either rucks or sits on the bench. So to have Darcy in the team allows Jackson to always be there, whether it's in the ruck or in the midfield. He's clearly better around the ball than down the forward line. So even with Darcy playing 50, 60% game time, I especially think even in the Suns game, I thought he played a vital role in that win, Sean Darcy. So I'm okay with Darcy playing. And it's also his birthday, so let's get around big swags. All right, let me quickly scroll up for a second. We've got a few chats. O'Driscoll not even an emergency. Drizzy needs to play better in the waffle. I'm not sure how he played in the waffle. Honestly, could not tell you. Let me, if I can find it, I will. Fixtures and results. No, round 9. It was round 8. Peel played. They beat Subiaco by 4. He had 21 disposals, 4 inside 50s, 4 tackles. Pretty good display. In terms of the Fremantle list of players, he was only behind Will Brodie for possessions. So looks like Driss played well, but I didn't watch the game. You could say Will Brodie played well, but he probably didn't. Anyone know why Dudley's not back in the team? I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it is probably the what the coaching staff are going with. Let's hope the Freo Dockers can get a win after the bye. Indeed. Let's hope we can. You thought Jager would get a game this week instead of Sharp. Surely they replace Sharp. He has nothing except average 3 or 4 disposals. Yeah, I don't know about John on a wing. Sharpie's hard running keeps our width so well. I was speaking about it in the podcast during the week. I love Sharp. Sharpie's like a professional half marathon runner for us. So he keeps the width of our play both ways. He attracts the opposition's halfback and mitigates their influence. So I think Jeremy Sharp's like still a valued member of the team. And we also play our best football when Jeremy Sharp doesn't get the ball. And that's not a negative comment on Jez. It's more that when we use the corridor, we play our best footy. When Jeremy Sharp's getting 30 touches, we're probably going along down the line a lot. So Jez is playing his role well for us. I'm sure Noddy will get back in the team soon. But Jager in for Sharp's not a good idea. Sharp drags the best halfback every time, so they can't be effective. Yeah, exactly right. I agree with you. I think the Sharp hate's gone a little overboard just because he's not racking up touches. We went very tall against Gold Coast, guessing that's the plan for North Melbourne as well if Dudley couldn't get back in. Probably, yeah. I mean, Cherry's really the only ruck. Like, he's probably the best ruck in the comp at the moment, but they're only playing one ruck. The guy that'll chop out will be... Darling chops out, doesn't he? So, look, Cherry and Darling, I'm sure we can handle that. Cherry's the main one. I'd expect Paddy Voss to be able to handle Darling if need be. But, yeah, the fact we've got both rucks in, just have all bases covered. Yeah, John will get a week in the waffle. So will... I've completely forgotten his name. The injury report came out a few days ago. It was John and... Where the hell is the injury report? Can't find it. Oh, this is mint, isn't it? We're live. Injury report. It was Michael Walters. So Walters will get a game in the waffle as well. So this is the injury report. So O'Meara, Walters, and Narkle were all tests, meaning they'll probably all play waffle. Carl Warner was a test. He's gotten up, luckily, who did play last game but got subbed out. Alex Pearce should return next week. That's the aim. For the Bombers game on Thursday night. It'd be silly to play Pearce Saturday night, then off a 5-day break leading into the Thursday night game against Essendon. So, yeah, that makes sense to not rush Pearce back. Walker's also only a week away, but I expect he'll play some waffle football first, considering he's been out since round 2. So, yeah, I'm not even sure if Walks gets into the team with Wags and the way our backline is made up at the moment. Carl Warner has made that spot his own. So it's going to be interesting if Walks gets back in the team. It's going to be hard for him, but we've certainly got a healthy competition for spots heading into the second half of the year, which is exactly what we want. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Exactly right. Can't wait for Walker and Walters and O'Driscoll to come back next week. Well, O'Driscoll might not come back next week. He's got to play well at waffle level. Same with those two. It's certainly not given all of them come back in. We've got a healthy team. Or by healthy, I mean healthy competition. I think all our players are playing their role and they're sort of keeping their spot in the AFL side on merit and on form, which is good to see. Still annoyed about no duds. Oh, what can you do? You can't play everyone every week. I would have loved to see Dudley in, but then I would have probably been sad to see, Erasmus or Warner or Fife not play, whoever goes. So, yeah, it's hard to please everyone. You have to play to your opponent, though, sometimes. Just because we beat Gold Coast with that lineup doesn't mean it'll beat everyone. Yeah, I find it interesting we've gone with the 2 rucks for this one. I'm assuming we're just using Darcy for the bigger body on Cherry, but also I assume they like the dynamic of Jackson being around the ball more. So, yeah. No, Dudley's good. We don't need him currently. Oh, I think we do need a small forward. I think, or Dudley or Walters, and whoever gets back in this team as a small will be a lot of help. Really only need to get through this game injury free. Oh, yeah, we need to win the game as well. I'm never confident with Freo. It's such a Freo thing to lose. I know. This is a very Dockery sort of game we've got coming up. We've all just got to stick fat, have a bit of faith that the boys can beat a team we realistically should be doing a number on. By the way, Saturday night's gonna be interesting. We're not gonna have we will have the traditional fan cams. But Drews will be doing a post-game show straight after the North Melbourne Freo game with Dylan Alexander, well-known figure in the community. He is a North Melbourne fan. They'll be live on True Footy doing a live reaction to that game. So it'll be a post-game show straight after the game. If you want to go hear Drew's and Dill's thoughts, it'll be good to hear from a Freo and a North fan. And then straight after the post-game show, I'll be hosting the fan cams when I get home from Optus. So that's how Saturday night's going to work in terms of content. Anyway, back to this. Lost chat. Jackson will dominate Cherry in the ruck. Zayden, I think you're speaking shit, to be honest. I'm not saying Jackson isn't able to beat Cherry in the ruck. Jackson's a great ruck, but Cherry's a different beast. He is unbelievable. You want Will Brodie to play at least one game? I don't know what everyone's obsession is with Will Brodie. Our midfield is clicking. Fife, Erasmus, Sarong, Brayshaw, Bolton, Johnson, Wagner. Why is Will Brodie the answer? Cue the where is Will Brodie comments. I don't know what this obsession is. It's bizarre. Need Amos to put the league on nose. Yeah, hopefully Nev has a bit of a breakout game at some point. Amos to kick 5. That'd be beautiful. If anyone hasn't noticed yet, Peel are playing the Eagles. Yeah, I just noticed that actually. Team selection. Team selection's still not out. Is it on the Peel Instagram yet? Peel usually posts a team. It's not out yet. Do they not come out Thursday? Do they come out Fridays? I wasn't aware of this. Maybe they come out Fridays. All right. North earning $2.5 million and 2 wins would be a heist if they win this weekend. Oh, I know. We can't let them go 2-0 in WA. Like, this is still our state. WA is purple. North to be late, to be in the game at halftime, but full away late. I hope we just get them from the first bounce, to be honest. I don't want any of this la-di-da. Oh, we might lose. Oh, they gave us a scare. I just want to do a number on them. But in the end, 4 points is 4 points, no matter how we get it. At least Combin is out, meaning either Voss or Tracy going to have a night out on the weekend. I hope so. Or Amos. Let's not forget about him. But Combin definitely would have gone to Tracy. I want to look at the matchups here, actually. So, I'd expect Toby Pink to probably take Tracy. Callan Dawson will take Voss, and McDonald will take Amos. Maybe Griffin Logue. That's an interesting one. They've got quite a tall back line. Like Hardiman, Dawson, Pink, Logue, and McDonald all have size. Probably making up for Caleb Daniels' tininess. I mean, Hardiman's only 184, but he can play a bit taller. A darting halfback is Hardiman. So it'll probably be Dawson, Pink, McDonald. How's it? Logue is 193, yeah. So they've gone down with 4 talls, which might be a bit oversized. So hopefully one of our smalls can get to work and take advantage of that. One of their main strengths is their contest game, but they got smashed in contest against West Coast. Obviously, their inside 50 count was like minus 30. It was bizarre. So they won last week, North, but they played terribly. I watched the game, and I think a few of you would have too. It was a hard watch for anyone with eyes. But you look at the names that go through there. You know, the Wardlaw, Sheasel, Davies, Uniac, Stevens, Simpkin, Parker. You know, these guys do have talent. You know, you'll have McKercher darting off halfback. So these guys do have talent, but it's just whether they can actually put it together, because they got smashing contests against West Coast despite the talent they've got on paper. And then down the forward line, their 2 main key forwards are Darling and Larky. Zerha will play a bit medium size, sort of as a third tall. you'd think that Cox takes Larkey. In fact, I saw a stat on the AFL Instagram that Larkey concedes the most intercept marks to his direct opponent. Direct opponent out of any key forward in the league this year. So, yeah, hopefully Coxie has a field day on Larkey. But that being said, we can't be naive to his talent. And then I assume it's tough. Do you send Drapes to Darling? Because Darling is huge. Like, he's not super tall, but he's got a bit of dad fat on him. He's a big burly man. So maybe sending Drapes to him's calling, asking for him to get destroyed. Maybe you do go for a Luke Ryan, but that'll be interesting. Well, we know Cox will go to Larkey, and then it'll be either Draper or Ryan to Darling. And it's going to be interesting on how we get ascendancy out of the middle. The Jackson and Darcy double-ended sword should be able to not take down Cherry, but mitigate his influence. And I think just having two big bodies around the contest, whenever we have Darcy in the ruck and Jackson around the ball, I think it's really going to help us get an extra big body around Cherry and hopefully mitigate his clearance impact. So, yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. The sub one's also interesting. I'm not too sure how we're going to use the sub this week. So, Fife, obviously, we used against Gold Coast. I just watched Jail's presser before this stream, and he said that Fifey is he's a chance to be sub again. Obviously, Darcy won't be sub. Banfield's the perfect sub, but if you play 5 full minutes, then it's a few too many midfield numbers, and you've sort of got no rotation either behind the ball or forward. So, yeah, I think Fife probably will be sub again. Looking at this, interesting that the only change on field is Wagner has come on. Wagner was named on the bench against the Suns, and Warner was named on the field. That switched. So maybe Warner's sub coming off hamstring tightness. But I would be surprised if it's not Fife, to be honest. I think that's what we'll do because he's still probably building back up. He's only played 1 quarter of AFL football. So, yeah, I think just the mindset is to get him in the AFL side and not let him dwindle away in the waffle. So that'll be interesting. I don't think there'll be any late changes, but, Dudley and McDonald being in the emergencies is interesting. So, look, we've got some good depth rolling at the moment. It's good we can have a team stream and sort of debate what is the right decision and whatnot, because we do have quite a few options. 22 nostalgia. That's all Brody is. Apparently, Darcy didn't train. Could he be a laid out for duds? What I've heard is Darcy just isn't training a lot at the moment. I don't think he trained a lot in the lead up to the Suns game. So I wouldn't really read too much into that. That being said, I am going to quickly look at this on Twitter. Sean Darcy. Steve Allen. Jo, no signs of Sean Darcy training. Nat 5 currently training away from the main group. Okay, so Darcy didn't train. I do think he will still play it. I don't think he'll be a laid out. Okay. Yeah, Sean Darcy is shouldn't be a laid out, but interesting he didn't train. I just think that's sort of his plan at the moment. Why am I nervous about this game? Yeah, I am too, mate. I think a few of us are just because of our dumb history after the buy-in against North. And I still get PTSD from round 2, 2023. That silly 1 point loss to North at Optus. Oh, that wasn't good. Darcy didn't train because it's his birthday. Yeah, had a few cakes, didn't he, old Sean? We love swags. I'll take a 1 point win as long as we get the 4 points. Hey, I'll take a 1 point win, but I wouldn't be filled with confidence. I'm not sure how positive the podcast would be on Monday if we win by 1 point. Are we all getting to the game to support the boys? Yeah, actually, I'll let me check a poll in chat because it is a Freo away game, and usually I reckon a lot of the viewers on the channel do go to the games. But considering this is an away game, ticket sales have been a bit lower. Are you heading to the game? Also, if you haven't already, please like up the stream. It helps push it to more Freo fans. And we're also only 9 subscribers away to 800 subs. So the sooner we get to 1,000, the sooner we can grow. Are you heading to the game on Saturday? I'm actually interested on the percentage of chat that's actually heading there. Expecting Voss to get off the chain. I hope so, mate. I do hope so. Congrats to Wags and Jono. Big achievements. Yeah, I'm really happy, especially for Wags. 3 clubs. And Jono, obviously. Yeah, he's got there in a really short period of time, which is great to see. So if he's playing this much early in his career, he's only going to grow and develop. And hopefully Jono has a long and successful career at the club. Sorry, I'm about 5 minutes behind on chat. I'll try to speed up, but there's just a lot to get through. It's going to be weird to see Freo play with the white shirt against North at Optus. If we play... Look, we definitely won't be wearing white against North at Optus. And it's been well publicised. We are wearing the stealth jumper, hence the stealthy thumbnail we've got on this stream. Not going to this one. No money. It's just got my daughter braces. Oh, well, hopefully the braces are a worthy investment. And hopefully you can cheer on the lads from home. Will Brody will leave the club? Yeah, he will. I'll try going after the Sydney game. Yeah, all good, Liam. If anyone was on the fan cams last time, we had a few uncomfortable situations. That might have been Liam, but I could be wrong. No one will trade for Brody, so he'll be stuck here next year. That's right. So his contract ends 2026, doesn't it? The Erasmus one's one I really want to keep. Raz's contract ends this year. So he's the one we've got to focus on keeping. But Will Brody ends end of next year. And I don't think anyone is really going to trade for him. So yeah, it's going to be certainly going to be an interesting one. Not going to lie, I want Voss to have a breakout game just to see a celebration after his 6th goal. I think the logger chat wants Vossy to kick 6. Hopefully he does. That North backline genuinely stinks. Like, I don't want to get too arrogant. However, Callan Dawson, Toby Pink, Griffin Logue, Riley Hardiman, Caleb Daniel, Luke McDonald, Finn O'Sullivan will rotate off halfback. Caleb Daniel's experience, Finn O'Sullivan's a young gun. I like Riley Hardiman. Pink's been playing some okay football recently, but realistically, let's not beat around the bush. We really should have no excuses this week. Where am I in chat? How many people do you reckon will rock up to the game? I'm saying 30K. 30K. If we get 30K, I reckon that's a good effort. Or if they get 30K. Because I'm not taking credit for the bad crowd. It's our away game. It's an away day for us. Looking at the forecast for this weekend, it's going to be a wet one. Yeah, I've been checking the forecast all week in Burswood. It was sort of a 20% chance of rain last time I checked. It increased to 25%. Okay, 25-30% during the game. I'm not sure how many millimeters. Let me look at bomb. All right, Saturday. Possible rainfall, 1 millimeter. Let me just look. 5 p.m. Yeah, 20% chance of rain. It'll be about 16 degrees. So there will be rain during the game, but it won't be heavy. 1 millimeter. It'll just be sprinkling. So it shouldn't be too wet of a game. It won't be torrential, at least, like the Port game. You bought tickets through a membership thing earlier this year, but didn't check my schedule, so got something else on. Still trying to sell the ticket. Oh, rough. Rough. You'll go to the Essendon game next week, though? Yeah, it'll be good to get another Thursday game, even though the last Thursday game wasn't very fun. What happened last fan camps? Oh, I can't. Just go back and skip to just go back and watch it. There was a bit where I got put in a situation which I hope to. Yeah, well, it was hard. Is Fife our sub again? Yeah, probably. Fife will be our sub, I assume. We need Darcy, Banfield. It'll be Fife or Banfield, but I think Banfield plays again because he can rotate forward. But that also gives him flexibility as sub. So yeah, unsure. I did see the new Coman to Thornley train connection, which is great. That'll be my new route to the football. Straight off that line. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. 30K is horrible. We need to show as much support as possible. Yeah, but it's not our home game, and people sort of don't want to fork out the extra money on top of the membership. So it is fair enough if people aren't going to the game. But what's the poll saying? So we've had 16 votes, 81% saying no, 19% saying yes. Interesting. So not a lot of this chat are going to the game. That being said, I'm not sure how much of this chat lives elsewhere, not in WA and whatnot. But yeah, that is interesting. But it's going to be Banfield. Could be. I think it'll be Fife again, though. All right, we're going to wrap up the stream there. We've gotten half an hour out of an unchanged lineup. I'm pretty happy about it, though. Let's run the team back that we beat the Suns with. Let's go and get 4 in a row. Let's get our first win off the bar since 2021. The preview for the game will be out either tonight or tomorrow, most likely tonight. So stay around or stay tuned during the Saints Bulldogs game. Keep your noties on. It might be out during then or after then. So just stay tuned. Post-game show with Drews and Dylan Alexander will be after the game on Saturday night. And following the post-game show will be the fan cams hosted by me. So you can come and have your say. So there's a lot of content on Saturday night. So make sure you're all across the Freo Faithful channel if you can't get to the game or you just want some post-game Freo chat. Thank you all for watching. Hope the boys get it done. Hopefully we get 4 in a row. And hopefully we get the 4 points in the black and purple. Cheers for watching. I'll see you all next time. Up the Dockers.